So you're looking for the best sweater this winter. The problem is you haven't quite found that perfect one. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite brands coming up. What's up, gentlemen? Welcome to Muscular Style, where we talk about all things lifestyle for the muscular man. In today's video, we are talking about the perfect sweatshirt for men, so make sure to stick around to the end of the video. So in today's video, we are reviewing another one of my favorite brands. We're talking about woolen prints, and more specifically, this sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now. Now, I have done a previous review on woolen prints, and I actually will have another couple of them coming up. Woolen prints has surprised me in their fit as well as their quality. Now, when I first found woolen prints, I figured they were a quality brand based on their prices, based on what they were looking to do. They incorporate wool in everything that they make. And I found that interesting because it's a superior fiber. It does things that cotton can't do, does things that synthetic fibers can't do. And so if you can get wool, I do suggest getting your clothing in wool. But there are a few things that are going to surprise you about this sweatshirt, so make sure you stick around till the end. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fit. On Muscular Style, we focus on fit over everything because we're trying to fit a muscular build, which is often very difficult. Now, woolen prints does not claim to be a good muscle fit, and so I was surprised when their clothing fit as well as it does. This wool sweatshirt is so far my favorite fit of everything that I've had with them. I think part of that is that sweatshirts are meant to be a little bit baggier, and this does fill that, but it doesn't look so baggy that it looks off. It actually looks absolutely perfect. The sleeve length is perfect, shoulders and chest area is perfect. Everything about this sweatshirt is spot on for the muscular man. One thing I do want to point out on this sweatshirt is that on the sleeve, the hem of the sleeve, the end there, it's actually a bit looser, which I do enjoy. One thing I really have had a hard time with as a muscular man, as you may know, is you have large arms, and so sweatshirts that have the cinch around the bottom, either they just look too baggy because the arm is really baggy and the bottom is really skinny, or overall it just has an odd look and kind of squeezes my arm. On these, they are loose, but they're the perfect amount of looseness in my opinion. That with the perfect sleeve length keeps them at the appropriate length on your arm. You can reach forward, do some things, pick your kids up, whatever it is you want to do, and not have the sweatshirt slide up your arms, which I can't stand when sleeve lengths are either way too long or way too short. That's why you're here. You're here to find the perfect shirts, the perfect sleeve lengths, what fits you well, and this, my friends, does fit perfectly. In fact, I only have one other sweatshirt that fits me well. If you want to check out that review, you can click the card above and it'll take you to that video. But stick around because we're going to talk about the benefits of having a wool sweatshirt, and they're going to surprise you. The first thing you should know about this woolen prints sweatshirt is that it's actually incredibly soft. The first thing that comes to people's minds when they think of wool sweatshirt or wool anything is itchy and scratchy, but that's only if you have a low quality wool. If you think of a high quality suit, often they can be much, much softer than cotton or other fabrics, and the same is true of this sweatshirt. It's actually a very soft, very smooth, and overly comfortable sweatshirt. And that brings me to my second point. Wool is temperature regulating, which means it will keep you cool when it's warm out and it will keep you warm when it's cool out. I know that's an interesting phenomenon, but it is a natural fiber. Wool is coming from sheep, and that's what it does for the sheep. It keeps them warm in the winter and it keeps them cool in the summer. And so when you have it enclosed, it does the same thing for you. Now, one thing you do need to know about this sweatshirt is it is not 100% wool, and that does have some benefits, though sometimes we like to think 100% of something is better. In this case, it's actually not. So what Woolen Prints has done is they've added 22% nylon, which what that does is it helps it to keep its shape. Typically, when you wash wool in, say, a washer, you get it really wet, it gets very wrinkled, it can shrink, it can do all sorts of things that you do not want it to do. And so what they've done is they've added nylon and they've wrapped this around the wool fibers, and that helps it to keep its shape, it helps it to keep it from shrinking, and it makes it so it fits perfectly. Now, you can't dry these in the dryer, I would not recommend that, but the fact that you can wash a wool sweatshirt at home in your washer without damaging it is amazing. You don't have to hand wash these. I steer away from anything I have to hand wash. And so this is a perfect fit for the muscular man who just wants something that's easy to take care of, but looks great and is incredibly high quality. If you're new here and you're a muscular man, please consider subscribing to this channel. We talk about all things style. We also help you with tips and tricks on working out and improving your golf game. So if any of those interest you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now this sweatshirt does come in at $118, and for a wool sweatshirt of this quality, in my opinion, it's actually a deal, because there are so many other sweatshirts you can find out there. You can jump into, cashmere and different things like that, and you're going to be spending much, much more. This sweatshirt is going to last for years and years to come, so long as you care for it. And so in my book, $118 for a core piece that is going to serve you for many, many years and make you look and feel like $1 million every time you wear it is totally worth it. Now the other thing I want to touch on is the texture of this sweatshirt. Typically, again, when we think of wool, we think of maybe some texture, maybe some coarseness, but this texture is amazing. It does have some detail, so if you get close up, you can see that there is texture there, but honestly, if you're far away, it does look solid, and it just has an appearance of an amazing fall and winter sweatshirt. So the last question to ask, is there anything about the woolen print sweatshirt that I don't like? And there actually is. Now, that's a bit misleading because this sweatshirt I have zero problems with. The problem I have is the color selection is very limited. You're limited to this dark green, which I absolutely recommend every single one of you try. I've been loving green lately, and that'll be another topic of a different video. But the other colors that they have are a navy and a black. There's not a large color range when it comes to these sweatshirts, and that's something that I feel like they could have improved on, and maybe we'll see in the future that other colors do come out. I will be doing a couple of other reviews on long sleeve shirts from woolen prints, and they do come in other colors, so that'll solve that issue for you. So make sure to look out for those videos, and if those are out, you can see them in the card above here. The last thing I do want to touch on is the wrinkle resistance of this sweatshirt. Now, wool is known for having wrinkles drop out as you hang it up overnight. Think of your suit. If you hang it up, likely if you have a good suit, the wrinkles just kind of fall out, and that way you don't have to dry clean it often. You don't have to worry about it too much. Now, I did actually do a wrinkle test with this sweatshirt. I threw it on a heap on the floor. I picked it up this morning when I put it on, and it was incredibly wrinkled. If you notice, there's not that many wrinkles on it today. There are, more than I would like, but I've only been wearing it for about an hour now, and the wrinkles have already fallen out significantly. You may not even be able to tell in this video, but if you do, that's why I wanted to do a wrinkle test and make sure that this is going to look good no matter what. I wouldn't recommend throwing it in a heap on the floor, but if you do happen to do that, just know that wrinkles do fall out of it pretty quickly, especially when, combined with the heat of your body. That's how it works, and I am ranting now. Gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this review of this sweatshirt. This is just an initial look. I will come back and talk about, my thoughts again after maybe 6 or 8 months, maybe after this winter is over, and that way you can get a feel of the durability of this. Again, I see this lasting for many years, but who knows? We'll make sure to come back and review it for you. But until next time, stay muscular and stay stylish.